Hey you, so on this video, how to make money on modern collector coins, I'm going to be going in just that. I've done a lot of videos stating whether the collector coin market was dead and, you know, this and that, what the dealers are doing. But I'll break in on just a few ways that I still see, you know, some light at the end of the tunnel for individuals getting into collector coins, because regardless of what you hear anybody say or what you may believe, these coins are still selling for a premium. And no, it's not just the dealers winning in the end of the day. Anybody that says that obviously hasn't been in this market themselves selling certain modern collector coins. Of course, if you look at the collector coin market, it's easy to say there's well over 1,000 coins. To believe they're all going to go on and sell for a high premium is naive. You know, but some select coins, and we've all seen, we can easily even point those coins out, as I'll go into in a moment, do well for a reason. There's reasons why dealers decide to put silly business practices on certain coins and not on others, because, you know, they will chalk it up to the demand and they want to cater to demand. But that's not the case, because once upon a time, even if you're looking at your basic Perf Mint Luna coin, Luna Series 1 or 2, it was never a case of them ramping up the price or price hiking or price gouging once the coin was more and more popular. It's because the whole market as a whole was moving around. A lot of other collector coins were about. You could say those had a mintage of 300,000, but it still wouldn't make a difference. They never done the tactics they're doing today. They sold the coin. If it came out at $23, it sold out at $23. It wasn't the first 10 minutes, then yank it up. So looking at it now, I'll answer it in a roundabout way and obviously give my own personal thoughts and opinions on whether you still can make money or how to make money on modern, especially modern. So even though we're in 2018 now, I'd say since the beginning of this year, taking a look at what's been released, we're going to jump straight into the Perf Mint offerings. I mean, you can't say it without doing it. Now, with the Perf Mint, as I display some of the modern collector coins I've got in the background that I intend to sell for a profit, they've, as of recent, released their EMU, which I've been asked a lot about, which was totally by surprise. I haven't been too plugged in with a lot of the dealers as of recent, so I had no heads up whatsoever on that. And the Swan, I don't know if that's early, but we knew at some point that was coming. Now, breaking in the EMU, doing this, I haven't even found out what the EMU mintage is. I'd say, I believe it's 30k. My views on the EMU is it's a mere coin. I'm going to give an opinion on the Swan and the EMU, even the Kookaburra and all the other bird coins that the Perf Mint do. The EMU isn't their prettiest. The way I see it is, like the Kookaburra coin, they're going to have problems. You're going to find more situations where you're going to find an ugly EMU coin. You know, it's going to be one of those coins where the design is going to play a massive role. Now, that's the case for a lot of the coins, but the way I see it is, it's going to be hard to get the Swan in a bad light. So, you know, Swan is just by demand. It's a more popular bird. It's viewed as more of an elegant bird. I've done the whole Swan heart thing before going into that. So I think they'd be able to get away of doing a, you know, a not so lackluster image on a Swan, whereas with an EMU, I think it will kill the design. Just like you have certain Kookaburra coins, you know, so individuals are going to love more than others. Even with the current one, the first, I think it's meh, you know, meh. To me, as I've mentioned in other videos, I don't really care for the look. It's what I can really get out of it and whether it's going to perform. From the Perf Mint and what they're doing now with the new mintages, 25k, 30k, is they're hoping the coin 100%. To believe it's dead weight is silly, because, you know, it's a collector coin. It's from the Perf Mint, which technically is the best of the worst. And there's nothing else right now coming from them that's going to be worth investing or putting your money in. The key here with the EMU in question, as with all of them, and this is how I'm going to be breaking it down on how to make money on modern collector coins, is you really need to get your timing right on that coin, and that's what everybody knows. But there are a few other tactics that can be put in motion. But, you know, I'm speaking with dealers in Europe now, as I'm actively got a spare funds, so I'm out and about shopping, and it's coming back, whereas it's the same choking technique. APMEX gets first dibs, and I don't know if it's an excuse a lot of dealers use, because I heard it on the Rwandan coins from a few European dealers, and it's basically they're just passing the buck. You know, APMEX has them in a chokehold and we're limited to a certain amount. So, you know, we can only do this and that. But there seems to be a little bit more, you know, loose rope on the EMUs than there is for the Swans. So I think with the EMUs and moving forward, if you can get them as soon as they come out, then you're going to stand the best chance. When it comes to making a profit on them, the emu in question, I think for me, as I've shown before, dealers always going to be your best route. But now we're seeing dealers in Europe choking to 1 per customer, and APMEX have increased the prices. This is why once upon a time I would have always said dealer first, because they were supposed to sell out and then you can help them with your batch to help boost, and maybe they can increase the price from there. Whereas now they get them in stock before they've even sold out. They may sell damn near a box or a tube and then yank the prices up. You're left with a situation where they may not be the best option. So your best option may be, just speaking on theory here, if you could get the coin for say $25 and APMEX are now selling it for $28, another great option would be to acquire a minimum 10. You know, anything from 4 to 5 to 10 to even a roll 20 is ideal. When you could get that, a great option would be matching APMEX's price, but then you would need to sell in bulk. So lots of 5, for instance, on eBay, and that's to counter the fees and the shipping, but you get to ship a lot more. But then yours become more attractive. You're not looking at super massive awesome gains like you would be on one of these Rwandan coins, but what you're able to do then is compete with APMEX. You may be a better option for them, as individuals may be salty towards giving APMEX their money, but it's the key thing here is getting them at the right time. What's becoming harder, virtually impossible with that now, is you're going to get anything from Perth Mint on this new 25k 30k mintage. By default, any dealer and their mother is going to be selling that at a premium. They don't even care. They'd sooner it be a flop and have it up at that price for a month and then reduce the price and take the risk of losing. And that's the position you're in, especially if you're an individual like me that picks up these collector coins to flip them on for more money at a later date, or flip them on to the dealer. It's that tight for the dealers, you know. They please stop it when you're trying to make out like you're doing this out of the goodness and catering to demand. As I've said many times, it's bad business practice, but it's business. I totally understand it. You can do whatever the hell you want, but you know, applying it to these coins and then using that excuse makes no sense, because you can technically do it for all of your inventory and you'd be stuck in the mud. So dealers are now choking onto that, and you're not even getting that chance. It's literally quick draw. And how many of you are in it like that? You know, a coin comes out, the calls and the inquiries, of course, only boost up the demand on their end. They know more people want this coin. They've got coins sitting on their shelves they don't get damn near 1 call for. They get something from the Perth Mint or the Rwandan, you know, one of the Rwandan coins, and the calls and the emails, they know what to do from there. So you're damned if you do and damned if you don't, but you can still make a profit on these coins. It just, the profit gets smaller and smaller. You know, we look at something like the Swan coin now, for instance. That's already been done, so the hype is there. When we're talking about these coins, I'm referring to the silver ones. When we're looking at the Swan coin, the first one, the one we got in 2017, is doing okay. You know, everybody that was going to gain off of that gained off of that. It was a situation where it was a first, and that's another big role here. If you can catch them off guard with the first, as with the emus, it technically was a first and was supposed to give people plenty of chances and opportunity to really capitalize. But as you saw, the mint and the dealers are not playing that no more. They'd sooner hike the price up and have to bring it down once it doesn't work out for them, and that's where we are. But with the Swan, it's the silver everybody's locking in on. The gold, with a 5k mintage as low as it is, you know, isn't really doing anything at all. I'd say it's the worst of the picks. The silver proof, which I chose to not go into, once again, if you was able to secure straight off the bat, you was able to sell for a somewhat of a profit, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $90. You know, it all depends on how you are and what you feel is a sensible, comfortable, nice profit. But moving forward, it's going to be another coin that they're going to trap and then move forward. You could always look for a dealer, the one-off dealer that may have a bunch that isn't caught up in everybody's crosshairs, you know, and then take it from there and really exploit and go in hard with them, and they'll learn on the next round. And I know individuals that have done that through certain European dealers who had a lot of these coins, didn't really know or wasn't really plugged in, and they was able to secure many of them. Looking at the current situation and how really messed up it is, I would not be able to do the trade I done last time with my Swan coins right now, because no dealer in Europe would sell me that quantity. I was able to pick up 200 Swan coins. I couldn't get that from any European dealer now. So that's how bad it's become. A lot of the dealers are put up 1 per customer, 2 per customer, because they're catering to needs. Now, and these are dealers I even done videos on. Now, these are dealers I ended up selling the coins back to. as I've said, dealers won't get caught in that no more. They'd sooner have, you know, dead stock on their shelves and anything with somewhat of a spark to it. They're going to apply those tactics. So how it works here is I have a friend, this is another option, who's down under, who's approached me for the Rwandan coins. And being in Europe, you know, I can get first dibs. That's not going to be an issue. Price is always going to be the issue. But them being down under, shout out to you, my pal, as given the option of, you know, securing coins from the Perth Mint. So once again, that is always another option how you can profit and capitalize, as Perth Mint's always going to be doing them at their initial mint price. Of course, they're going to sell out a lot sooner. As individuals, I don't believe there's a cap on them, but if you can strike some type of relationship with an individual out that way, that's always another option. You know, it's all built up on trust. I didn't approach the individual approached me. And I would never get caught up in anything like that. They paid for the coins, I received the coins, and I send them out to them. And it'll be vice versa if I wanted to pick up any of these Australian coins. There's been none of interest to me, as I'm now starting to think sometimes the best opportunities are on the firsts. I mean, if you look at the Rwandan silver coins, looking at this silver proof rooster, and I only ever got into the BU gold and the silver proof. I picked up a couple of these BUs, but it was nothing I was going to really follow. Many did mention that they was only getting into the BU because they couldn't afford the silver proof or the gold. This coin is still selling for an extremely large profit, especially graded. We're talking a 70 grade. You're seeing phenomenal profits, even in the raw form. So they are still out there. Coins I once upon a time thought, and this is another thing that, you know, I wish they'd done a limited mintage. I can now sell for a very handsome premium, and that would be these two here. I think with these two coins, we had a situation where the mint doesn't really go into it, but for some bizarre reason, they stopped minting them, or they just capped it at some point. Now, this is supposed to be an unlimited mintage coin, but right now, I could sell the gold for damn near, well, I could easily sell the gold to a dealer for £200 profit. That's down near $300, and the silver to a dealer making a real handsome profit. I think £20 per coin, and I was fortunate enough to purchase a whole box of these. Now, these are coins, if you would have asked me at the time, I thought they were decent for what they was, but I was one of the ones obviously saying if only they would have done a limited mintage, they would be absolutely epic. But the prices and the premiums on either one of these two coins right now are damn near better than certain coins that have a limited mintage. So that just goes to show also there are gems out there when individuals are screaming only the dealer wins and all coins are dead, that just rise out of the ashes literally. A lot of the other coins are following, but not at the pace these ones are following. That something happened with the Royal Mint that we will never know when it comes to the silver and gold, especially the gold, because certain dealers are selling this coin for £1,600. So, you know, and believe you me, these will be going out. As much as I love them, I can never turn down an opportunity like that. So in time, when the time is right, I'll be trading these out for a lot more ounces, the gold and the silver. Individuals messaging me trying to get it at the price I paid, please stop it. So just putting that out there, there are definitely ways to still make gains on modern collector coins, and those are the views I'm putting across. If you can damn near lock in early, we take a look at this one. This is another coin from the Rwandan batch that they've been doing way before, but recently brought out the silver and the gold. Now it's doing nowhere near what these are currently doing, the lunar and the nautical, but in time I'm hoping this will maybe turn out to be like these. We're currently with the gold Rwandan coins, the situation there is the rooster's doing fantastic, especially graded. The nautical ship Santa Maria is doing fantastic. The dog isn't doing as fantastic, but it's a series I definitely wouldn't write off. I think because it's so early and we're on like the second coin, you damn near can't lose. I mean, the gold's selling, I've sold for damn near $7,000, $8,000. Just locking that one coin can secure the whole 10 once done. But it's a situation where, as we're so early in, individuals are paying that premium because of one, it's on such a low mintage, and two, once complete, that coin alone will be able to, you'll be able to recoup your whatever you spend on it with, in my opinion. But you know, we still have many more nice designs to come, so it's still a great series, and I still do really believe in it. But even with APMEX not being the main culprit in Europe, these are just going through as much the frenzy as everywhere. So right now we're battling dealers and how quick are you to draw, but there definitely still is opportunities to make out there. I would say lock in as fast as possible is an option, number one, and two, get a lot more creative, you know, because a lot of the coins that I picked up, which I cannot get right now, definitely the swans in quantity. I've got an option for the emus, but not at a price I'm willing to pay, but we'll see how that one works out. Is, you know, locking them in, and a dealer's always going to be your best bet. A dealer's never going to have an issue selling them for a premium. So if you can get them back, you may sit on them for a little while and offer them back to a dealer who's obviously going to buy and sell them on for a premium. So individuals are paying a premium for these coins. You know, not as fast as they would like to. Dealers are selling them to individuals, but they are. I know when you see videos like mine and it's on a certain coin, it doesn't help their sales when we're not all full throttle lock in, everything's perfect, price is perfect, mintage is perfect, coin is perfect. That's not going to be the case. Now we're all going to be grumbling and complaining about the price, and that's just going to be it. And the dealer tactics, the coin's nice. I mean, you can't complain. Anything you're going to get from the Perth Mint moving forward, damn near, don't even dream about not seeing an absolute lockdown on it, especially if APMEX gets first dibs. We still need to see the second release of this coin. I believe that's the LPM group in Hong Kong, so it'll be interesting to see what they do, but why wouldn't they? You know, so the option is to purchase from them. If you don't pay no import duty on silver, then that's great for you, or just wait and see how it rides out. But it's not as great as it once upon a time was. As we all know, there is 100% still opportunities out there, but acquiring at the right price, and you can maybe sit on them for a little time. But you know, if we're talking about collector coins, there's damn near nothing out there. That's great. So just a few of what I'm showing here is going to be your best bet to make some money on, especially if you talk about other options where you can grade them to absolutely maximize. But when you've got companies like APMEX that go ahead and do that, that's another downer. And that's one thing I like about the Rwandan coins. A lot of the European dealers don't do that. So that's a one-up, and definitely a fantastic option that leaves great profits for an individual. Whereas if APMEX were getting first dibs on this, you could bet your bottom dollar you'd be seeing a lot more wink wink 70s out there. So this is why I'm still fully on board with these coins. It's just securing them at the right price. So hopefully we'll be seeing the next nautical ship out soon, and that'll give us all something to talk about. But it'd be fantastic to know you guys' opinions, and if you have any options on selling and, you know, making profits off modern collector coins, it'll be great to hear in the comments. So hey, I love it guys, it'd be fantastic to hear your thoughts on this video. Don't forget to come and follow me on the links that I've left in the description. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you guys on the rebound.